Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to your Wallops weather briefing for Thursday, August 24th. We're going to be seeing a pretty beautiful weekend this weekend with seasonable to slightly below average temperatures, and that should be persisting into at least the first half of next week as well. Taking a look at our conditions from yesterday, we did see one last warm day across the region with most locations reporting highs in the mid to upper 80s. Norfolk was the only spot that was able to reach that 90-degree mark. Low temperatures this morning were a little bit cooler than we have been seeing the past several days here, with many locations reporting just in the mid 60s for lows. With we did still see some warmer lows down the Tidewater, with Langley and Norfolk only reporting into the mid 70s. We did see some widely scattered showers and thunderstorms across many locations yesterday. Only locations really missing out on any rain were up near our nation's capital. Here at Wallops, we did see the most rain across the Taft sites over the mid-Atlantic, receiving 1/4 of an inch of rain. Other locations received anywhere from 1/100 of an inch to near 2/10 of an inch. As of 9 a.m., we are seeing temperatures slightly cooler today as we begin that nice cool down that we've been talking about this week. Most locations are reporting around 70 degrees, with the Tidewater locations already pushing close to 80 under partly to mostly cloudy skies. Taking a look at our sounding from this morning. At the surface, we are seeing winds fairly light from the north. Just above the surface from 1,000 to 3,000 feet, we're seeing those winds northeasterly between about 15 to 20 knots, then shifting northwesterly at that 6,000 foot level near 20 knots, and then flow becomes more zonal around 30 knots between the 9,000 and 12,000 foot levels. And then we are seeing those winds shift southwesterly again as we have the upper level trough across the region between 16,000 and 25,000 feet, between about 25 to 30 knots. Our freezing level this morning was near 15,000 feet. Taking a look at our surface analysis, we can see we have a tropical storm Harvey down there in the Gulf of Mexico that is expected to rapidly intensify into Category 2 hurricane as it approaches the Texas coast, possibly even reaching a Category 3 hurricane before it makes landfall. And that is looking like it's going to be quite a disaster down there for the Texas Gulf Coast, with abundance of rain. Many locations are looking to receive possibly 2 to maybe even a localized 3 feet of rain between tomorrow and into early next week. So that if you have any family down there, it's a good thing to make sure they're going to be okay, as the Gulf Coast is going to be widely impacted by that storm. Here at Wallops, we are going to be mainly under the influence of high pressure. You can see that high pressure across the central portion of our country, and as that continues to move east, that is going to continue to usher in a cooler and drier air mass across the mid-Atlantic, and that is going to be the story with that weather pattern remaining in place through early next week. Taking a look at our satellite and radar here, we're not seeing much in the way of rain at all, except far to the south across North Carolina. We are going to remain dry across the area today, only seeing partly to perhaps mostly cloudy skies across the Delmarva region and the entire mid-Atlantic. We are seeing temperatures just around the 70 to 75 degree mark across the area, and we are expecting those winds to remain north or northeasterly as we go throughout the day. Taking a look at our forecast chart for midday today, we're not expecting these charts to change much, as we're going to remain in a pretty stagnant weather pattern with high pressure across the northeastern United States through the weekend, and that stationary boundary is going to remain draped across portions of South Carolina and over northern Florida, pretty much just like it is in this picture here. So going through tomorrow night, we're going to just see that large high pressure across the Great Lakes there continue to move easterly, providing us with that cooler, drier air mass through the weekend. By Friday morning, we'll continue to see not much of a change at all in the forecast charts as the high slowly makes its way eastward as we go into Friday afternoon and evening. Now, as we go into Saturday, we're going to be seeing that stationary front. We're going to be seeing a low develop down there off the Carolina coast along that stationary front, and that is going to be something we're going to be watching for the midweek time frame, as it does look like that low is going to develop into possibly a subtropical or tropical low. Right now it is looking like that low is going to be slow to develop through early next week and make its way up to Cape Hatteras, and it look like the most likely solution right now is it's going to shoot eastward out to the sea, but we will be keeping a close eye on that. And Saturday, we are going to be looking at mostly cloudy skies here at the Wallops region. However, can't rule out a very, very slight chance of a stray shower as we have a weak upper level disturbance going to be rotating through the area for our Saturday. Let's take a look at our weather hazards for today. Not looking at any weather hazards at all. It's going to be a beautiful day under partly to mostly cloudy skies. We are seeing those winds northerly currently around 5 to 10 knots. We do expect those winds to shift more northeasterly as we go into the early afternoon hours, peaking out near 7 to 12 knots, and then remaining northeasterly through the evening, weakening down to 3 to 6 knots by the after sunset, and then winds will shift northerly again overnight, remaining only 3 to 8 knots in the overnight hours and through Friday morning. Our terminal forecast today, we were just seeing a few clouds near the 9,000 foot level and broken cirrus deck, and we do expect that to be much of the case throughout the day. We should see that cirrus begin to clear out a bit as we go into the afternoon hours, but we're going to continue to see it scattered to perhaps broken deck near the 8 to 9,000 foot level, and then we will be seeing those clouds possibly lower a little bit, but remaining scattered to few near the 5 to 6,000 foot level as we go into this evening. And as we go overnight, we should see that cirrus deck clear out a bit, but it will be returning as we go into tomorrow morning with a few at 6,000, few at 10,000, and a few cirrus clouds expected after sunrise tomorrow. For the next couple of days, we're just going to be seeing partly to perhaps mostly cloudy skies at times for both Friday and Saturday. Highs are going to be slightly below seasonable averages, with a Friday high of only 81, and Saturday is going to struggle to even reach that 80-degree mark with a high of only 79 expected, as we have some good onshore flow and those cloudy skies keeping things rather cool across the area. We're also going to be seeing much cooler morning lows with that lower humidity, with a Friday night, Saturday morning low of 62. For our 7-day planner, we are going to be seeing that cool weather persist. Today and tomorrow look like the only real days where we could get up into those low 80s. As we go through the weekend into early next week, it does look like temperatures are only going to remain in the upper 70s here at Wallops, with widespread 77s expected from Sunday through Tuesday, and lows are going to be in the low 60s each morning for those days as well, under partly to mostly cloudy skies each day, as we have a weak trough hanging out across the northeast, keeping that partly to mostly cloudy sky cover around. As we go into Wednesday, we are going to be possibly starting to get affected by that low that's expected to develop off the Carolina coast. Right now, it looks like there's going to be a chance for some very light rain showers on Wednesday. Not expecting much beyond that, as that low does look like it's going to remain well offshore at this time. Could be seeing a little bit breezy winds as we go into Tuesday night and Wednesday as well, but we will definitely be keeping an eye on that and continue to update that as we go into tomorrow and early next week. That'll do it for your daily weather briefing. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:15 a.m. for your daily operations briefing and at 10 a.m. for your weather briefing. Have a wonderful day.